Let's see here. You go back just a little bit so we can get a good view. There we go. Hopefully this isn't too tilty. It looks a little tilty. Let me just bring this side a little bit down. Wait, wrong one. Sorry, friends. Nope, that made it worse. Okay, I think that's fine. Hopefully that's fine. I'll check it out in a second, but hello, friends. Okay. Double check, make sure it's all good. Yep, all right. Ah. Happy Wednesday, hump day. What is hump day? So how is everyone? I'm obviously not in the kitchen because it is a Takeout Philly try or buy. So we are seeing and checking out places around the city, and this is a new place for us. So let me just make sure everything is good on my stream so I can see the chat. Let's see here. I see someone is watching. Hey, Pat. Andy will be here soon. He just, he usually works out on Monday and Wednesday nights, and the place he usually goes to changed location, so it's a little bit farther to get back from. So on Wednesdays, he would usually just be here in like 10 minutes, but it might be more like 25. So we're gonna have to see, because this is his first time at the new place. Actually, second time at the new place. The first time he went earlier, so he was able to get out earlier. So fingers crossed. But isn't it perfect? Because then he's not going to complain at me chit-chatting about the place we're looking at today or tonight, which is South Sichuan. So who loves Sichuan out there? I would love to know that. All right. And oh my goodness, Barb and Archie. Hello, hello. Hi, friends. And I expect a lot of jokes, Archie, about hubs because it is going to be spicy here. I did not get any of the most spicy. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but there will be some spice. So, so it should be fun to see how hubs takes care of it all. And I'm also realizing now I'm going to need to get some scissors. So I'll get some scissors in a second. Let me just chit chat a little bit about you. Let me all chat about you. But how is everyone doing today on this hump day? And let me chat a little bit about South Sichuan. And good evening. Oh, I don't know. So it'll be a workout shirt, Arch. So you might have to brace yourself. I'm just saying. This shirt is a worry on these streams. You're exactly right. Okay, so let me tell you a bit about South Sichuan. So let me get my notes here. All right, here. 1 second. There we go. Okay. South Sichuan's new. So it came on my radar, I don't know, probably a couple months ago. I think it was earlier this summer on Instagram. I started seeing some of the food people I follow talking about this new Sichuan place down in South Philly. And in fact, it is located in the Point Breeze neighborhood of South Philly. So for anyone that doesn't know Philadelphia, it's huge. And if you think about how big hopefully you didn't get a delay. Let me just check and see how my video is. Let me see how it handled that. Okay, let's see. Yep, oh, it looks good. Okay, so I don't know if you got a delay, but the little one was calling me. Now he knows I'm streaming, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, hello from the West Oak Lane section. Hi, KJ. Welcome to the stream. So KJ, tonight you're in for a treat because we are going to be doing a try or buy from South Sichuan. So if you like Chinese food, spicy food, this is definitely one to check out. But, and I see Pat loves all Chinese food. And, oh my gosh, and Amy got her first car. Oh, that is wonderful. Congratulations, Amy. And I hope that she enjoys it and stays safe. That's the most important thing. Yes, Sichuan is quite spicy. Yes, so Pat, thank you. So when someone calls in to my phone, because I use my phone for a camera, I'm hoping to change that, asking for something for Christmas. That would be lovely. But sometimes it makes a total video delay. So I think that's what had happened there. And it was the little one. And he usually knows my schedule because he's my tech advisor. So sorry about that. Oh, and Matthew, welcome. Boy, we have a big group here today. So hello to all these wonderful friends that came to pop in, but it is quite spicy. So back to about South Sichuan. So, and there won't be no fries for Archie. So you just stop that right now. No fries tonight. No fries for you. And by the way, I was thinking about you, my friend, when you were posting those delicious pictures of fish that you'd cooked. There were no fries. There were no chips. So you're giving me a lot of smack for that. I'm going to smack it right back. So there you go. But we are going to talk about food today, and we're going to talk about spicy food. And this is a new place called South Sichuan. So I've been hearing a lot from it. I really haven't heard of anyone officially reviewing it yet, except for the not small influencers, because some of them have some big followings. But it's not like Infatuation has done an article about them, or the Philly Inquirer, or the Philadelphia Magazine, or some of the more mainstream publications that occasionally you'll get some background information about the restaurants. They have not dove in yet. So it's just been really people on Instagram that I've been hearing and seeing stuff. And I love Sichuan food. There is a place up in Chinatown called Emei, E-M-E-I, that is fabulous. And so I'm excited to try this. So this is on a different part of the city down in South Philly. South Philly, as I was saying, is a huge section. So when someone says South Philly, you always got to ask where in South Philly, because there's many different neighborhoods within South Philly, even though they call South Philly a neighborhood. I know it's confusing, but think of New York City, which is bigger than us, and they have those big, neighborhoods in the city, and that's kind of how Philly is. It stretches out north, west, east, south, because it's everywhere. So we're everywhere. And that's how we like it. So, and by the way, if I haven't said it, go Birds. And also go Phils, because tonight the Phils play the Mets, who we are really arch enemies of. So they played our arch enemies in football, the Cowboys last week. Sorry, Cowboy fans. And we beat them, so very excited. And we beat the Mets really well last week. We beat them twice so far. So super excited about this series. So fingers crossed that tonight goes well. But I digress. So this is a brand new place that opened in February 2025. So just a few months ago. I mean, not too long. It was in the winter. Good time for spicy food, by the way. And anyway, they are only delivery and takeout. So there is no sit down there. So this is a perfect one for me to try. So it caught my eye because the food looked so good. And also I'm like, hey, they're just takeout and delivery. I need to try them. So, and you know what? The DoorDash gods were with me tonight, because I thought I was going to even be later than I was. And all of a sudden, whoever was delivering really helped to. And I got here much closer to the time of the stream than I expected. So thank you, delivery guides. We really appreciate that. But they pride themselves in being authentic and spicy. And their food options range from mild to extra spicy. In fact, you can have 0 chilies all the way up to 4 chilies. And their main menu shows that. And then also their DoorDash menu, also, I think that one also would say extra spicy. So if you're not sure, go back to their main menu. I have the link below. Down below also shows all the different categories that we rank our food in, everywhere from, let me go here, from if we meet them, Friendliness, but if it's just through the delivery app, then that one is rarely used. But packaging and portion, presentation, Aroma, which, by the way, if you've not checked out the latest little ditty I made about Aroma and him giving me a hard time about Aroma for one of our try buys, you got to check it out. So it is also on Instagram and YouTube, and it was saying point of view about how it's amazing I still love Hubs, even though it gives me a lot of trouble sometimes in these little live streams, but love the man. In any event, and it's rated from 1, the lowest, to the highest. No. 1, the lowest, to 5, the highest. There we go. So everywhere from, as I was saying, aroma, temperature, texture, taste, and overall. So yeah, there you go. I want to tell you a little bit about our food in just a minute, but I think that's all I wanted to say. Their delivery that they do is DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. And they also have gluten-free options. They have actually a separate gluten-free menu which describes all the sauces and things that are gluten-free, and you just have to let them know. And I'm imagining that the reason is maybe they put in rice noodles or something for you. So that would be something to call and ask about, but they do mention that on their site, which I think is great. I have a sister who's gluten-free, so I know she would appreciate that. So yes, I'll talk to you more about the food in a minute, but let me see what y'all been chatting about, because we have a lively group tonight. Oh my goodness, I missed a ton. We're congratulating Amy, which is great. And I saw the word diapers, so I'm kind of wondering what that's about. And so can you ask for changes in the heat levels at this restaurant? So how I found out most of my input, Pat, about this was actually, there was a little bit said on the Instagram posts about it, but I found out a lot through what's the little thing called? Oh, goodness gracious. I just had one of those brain moments where I just totally forgot. Reddit. Oh, my goodness. So on Reddit, I believe someone did say that you could ask to adjust. I still would call directly. I didn't want to adjust anything. Like I got some hot stuff. I didn't get any of the 4. That worried me a little. I heard a lot of people saying the 4 was like, wow. And I know at Ime, the 4 literally pretty much knocks your brain out of your head. So really spicy. So the most I got was 3. And there was nothing I wanted to order that was 2. So there weren't a lot of 2s. I got some 3s, some 1s, and I think there was a 0. So just because I do find when you eat spicy food, it's good to have a mixture. You don't want to get all 4, and well, I should say, I don't want to get all 4s or even all 3s. That's like a lot. You kind of I find that you need the balance. It helps with your taste buds, kind of relaxing after something spicy, and then like you taste something else. So that's just my recommendation. But yes, so let's see. Yes, and Sichuan pepper is famous. And I actually just got my first Sichuan peppercorns because I have never cooked with them yet. I think tried to make some Sichuan dishes, but I didn't have the Sichuan peppercorn, so of course it's truly not legit. So I did get some when I was in the grocery in Chinatown a couple weeks ago, so super excited about that. Pat says, I actually loved when Andy said I'm not doing aroma. My husband would have said that. Yeah, he is a bit of a pest at times, right? So yeah, you know what? One of the things, and then I will dive in, I promise, because plus the temperature's probably going to be going, but at least it's all together, staying a little warm. One of the things that I love about the live streams is going back, and we always watch it at some point after. It's not usually the day of, maybe it's like the day after, the next day after. And when I'm doing it anymore, I have like a notepad and I keep track of all the little shenanigans that go on. So like in our trier buys, we have some shenanigans, but even in the live streams when I'm cooking, like he's doing stuff in the back that I don't see. He's stealing food that I don't know. So it's always fun for me seeing what that guy's up to. So I'm glad it makes other people laugh too. So when I saw that happening, there was so much content I've made from that one live stream that I've made little shorts and reels of, because it was just, we were quite ornery that night, so that was fun. And yes, I do have the emergency services on call in case his head literally blows off. So we shall see. But prayers that that won't happen. So let me get my scissors and start telling you about our yummy food. So let me just grab them real quick. And I'm seeing already that this is one of my least favorite bags. And I know they're necessary at times, but this is like those like really cheapo bags that we all could use less of, which is why there's actually, you're not allowed to use bags usually in the city, but maybe that's not for takeout places. So let me get out the food and I will tell you about it. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. I'm a little oh, I see what they did here. Okay. All right. You're like, what is she saying? Oh. And I did make an error in ordering that I did not catch until I'd already placed it. And I'll tell you about this. We actually have dessert with this one. So I do like when delivery places say, and maybe I missed it, but I always look for it, that they say, if you don't need any utensils, mark here. Because I usually try to do that since we're having it here. So they do include, like some spoons, some forks, just plastic, and then some chopsticks, and some napkins. So let me put this aside and tell you about what we got here for tonight. And hopefully Hubs will get here soon. All right, so this, by the way, this is one of the things that has 0 on it, and it is the wonton soup. And what I love right now that they've done is, and I will actually pour the broth in when I have the camera facing on this so that you can kind of see. But what I love that they've done is they've kept things separate. And why is that important? Oh, this looks so good. You're probably like, Phil, why did you get wonton soup at a Sichuan place? Well, first of all, I love wonton soup. And I would consider myself, and Hubs actually, as connoisseurs of wonton soup. And there are lots of good options in the city. This was actually a really ingenious way to do it. So they actually put the broth in here to keep it a little more secure and steady because it's full. You can see that. I'm going to actually open this over here because I'm worried it's just going to kind of spill because it's pretty full. But why that's important is because then the noodles don't continue to cook and get soft. So, so that is, to me, a pro move. Like, this restaurant means business. They know what they are doing. So there is the wonton soup. So we'll take a look at that. I'll bring the camera around so you all can see everything in just a minute. Just want to get these loosened so they're easy to take off. Also, what we have right here is the Dan Dan Noodles. This is one of the things, this is a classic Sichuan dish. And I forgot to get extra pork on top. Oh, there is, well, I think they actually put some. This is heavy. I cannot even tell you how heavy this is. And it's a little cool. I might want to like heat that up. That is, I'm going to get my scale. I've told you that some of these dishes that we've gotten on our stream, I'm like, they are so heavy, we need to let you know. That is so dense and heavy. And I got the one that was $8.95, so $9. If you spend an extra $1, you get minced pork, but there is some minced pork, so maybe that's what, maybe you just get extra. That's what I'm thinking, because there's not a ton on top, and maybe you get extra. So this is, wait, let me put it, because it just gave me ounces. Let me get to pounds and ounces. There we go. This is 1 pound, 16 ounces. This, $9. That is incredible. All right, so there's the wonton soup, and there's a lot in there. I'll show you when I take the lids off and show. This is the, I believe it's the wontons, pork wontons with chili oil. So I will show you that. Oh, it smells so good. Wait a second. And again, I'm going to bring the camera around so you can all see everything. Oh, my word. So the Dan Dan and both of those are three chilies. So they are on the scale of 0 to 4. There are 3. And this is a 0, of course. And then here, these are salt and pepper wings. I've heard great things about their wings, and they are gorgeous. Oh my goodness. There's 2 kinds of wings I was interested in getting. What is this? Oh, this, okay, I'm gonna get a little plate for this because this is not very pretty looking. It's efficient, and I get it, but it's not necessarily like attractive. Like, these are all attractive. This one is not. These are the Scallion Pancakes. I was wondering what SP was, so I'm gonna put it on the plate so you can see it better. And one of the things we do talk about is presentation, and everything looks really great. This, I understand I like the ecology of it, that it's using something that, you know, not another plastic container, but you don't really get the wow then. So I'm going to just span these out so you can see, and it has a dipping oil. So Scallion Pancakes. And that one, I'm gonna let you know, I think there was nothing on that. Let me just double check, friends. DS, hey, I'm not gonna forget you this time. Welcome to the stream, DS. Okay, so the Dan Dan Noodles were $8.95 with 3 chilies. Scallion Pancakes, of course, have 0 chilies, and these were $5, $4.95. So I'm going to bring the camera in just a minute. Let me just do it like this. Okay. And then the pork wontons and chili oil, which again, I'll be bringing the camera over, were $7.95, and they were a 3 in the chili meter. Salt and pepper wings were 1. Those were $15.95, and the wonton noodle soup was $11.95, but that is also heavy. There is a lot in there, and again, they keep the broth separate, which is just a pro move. Okay, so let me bring you all over so you can see. I'm going to remove these lids so you can take a look at this yumminess. I wish this would go down so you could see it. I brought the light. Let me just take the lids off. That is, so these are the Dan Dan Noodles. You can see there's some minced pork on there, and you can get extra minced pork for $1. These are the Scallion Pancakes. You can see that. Here are the salt and pepper wings. Look at those. Oh my goodness, those look so good. Over here are the pork wontons with chili oil. You can see that. And then here is our wonton soup. and you can see they kept it separate. Look at all, there's noodles down there. There's some fried like onions on top. There's bok choy, and there are the wontons, and their wontons, I know art doesn't look great. Their wontons are a mix of pork and shrimp. Now I'm not sure if they mean pork and shrimp in each, or if they mean pork and shrimp, like some are pork, some are shrimp. Okay, so there you go. Look at that. Fabulous. I know, what's Andy gonna eat? I don't know. He's gonna be out of luck, that's what I think. Okay, let me put you all back. So yeah, look at that spread. Look at that. I think we're gonna have leftovers. All right, but he's gonna be coming back from a workout, so I know he's gonna be hungry. By the way, if you're just joining us, we are doing a takeout try or buy. I like to try places in the city. Hub should be home any minute. It is 6:24. Hopefully he'll be home soon. I hope so. And the last thing I forgot to tell you about is the cookie. So the cookie, in fact, I want to bring the light over too so you can see better, because we are starting to get dark now, right? And so I just want to make sure everything's lit up. So the cookie, they're known for this cookie. It's called an orange Sichuan peppercorn cookie. It's $4. They do a collab with the Philly Cookie Company. And one of the people, when I was reading about, says, do not skip this orange peppercorn. It's a shortbread cookie, apparently. And they said they are to die for. So we are not to skip that, apparently. The cookie is $4, so it's a little pricey for a cookie. It's a little small cookie for $4. But you know what? I heard so much about it, I thought you gotta try it. And they are on their 9th version of it. Apparently, when they first started making it, it was so spicy that people couldn't handle it. So that kind of cracked me up. I thought that was pretty funny. It was just too much for the general public. So the orange zest in the cookie is apparently what makes it so good. And there's a hint of Sichuan peppercorn at the end to make sure you know that you're ordering from a Sichuan restaurant. Now, they also went through a period where you got one free with any $25 order that you picked up. Not that you had delivered, but if you went to pick it up. But I don't think they're doing that anymore. So, but yeah, so very excited to try that. So let's dig in. First of all, I'm just gonna get the noodles going in our soup. Let's see here. Oh my. So if anyone hasn't done this before, like where the broth hasn't been turned or poured in, what happens is, and actually, there we go. Let me put some of this on there. What happens is you kind of need to scooch it around to get the noodles broken up so that you can get everything. Okay. So let us begin. So let me also check out chat again. And Hubs should be here any minute, I think. All right. And he'll be excited because he can start to eat. Yeah, isn't that huge? I mean, we've got so much. We have so much food here. Okay, so first I'm going to start with a scallion pancake just because it's quick and easy. So I'm just going to actually just dip like that. Very easy to eat. The problem with takeout and getting a scallion pancake is the loss of texture. So what was good about them putting them in the paper containers, it helps let some steam escape, but you still kind of lose the texture. So what I would do is put it in the air fryer, zip it up a little bit. The flavor's good. I have had better ones. The ones I had at Dan Dan Noodles, which is in Rittenhouse, I think are a little bit better. In fact, this place is also compared to Dan Dan Noodles as well as Ime. So, but they're good, and it's a great dipping sauce. So the next thing I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna actually try, so they have two different kinds of noodles in here. They have some of these more like ramen noodles. Here a second, let me just try to, there we go. Those are nice, they're springy. It's a great sauce flavor. And take a taste of the bok choy. Just a second. Yep. Bok choy is delicious. I love bok choy in a wonton soup. I think it just really brings the next level. Let me now try one of these wontons. I'm not the best chopstick person, especially with wontons. I'm better with sushi. They're just slippery little guys. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my spoon because I can also try the broth a little bit too. So they are a mixture of pork and shrimp. So you can taste both in it. Let me just do one, just the broth. Very good. That is a solid wonton soup. I think because I was wondering why it was so expensive. The reason it's more expensive is because of obviously having the more like a ramen noodle that's in there, or vermicelli. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if it's as springy as a ramen, but it is a good noodle, and it to me it tastes homemade. It does not taste like a typical, you know, dry noodle that you'd put in there. So what I like about is that what I would do, the hack I would do, is I would probably take out the long noodles and just save them for another use, and then use the broth with the wontons. Or I would do the opposite. I would take out the wontons and maybe I have chili crisp at home and use my own chili sauce, and then that way I would kind of have two meals. I would have, you know, the wontons separate and that, because it is, you know, that was I think $11.95, but delicious. Like, if to me this is a solid wonton soup, very tasty. I love the nuances. I like the effort put in it, both in the ingredients and with how it was packaged for takeout. So very well done with that. Hubs is going to be very happy. So those were our 0 spice options. So now let's go to 1, which let's try these beautiful salt and pepper wings. Let's see, I'm going to try this one. Oh, Hubs is here. It's all gone. I ate it all.
Sorry.
No more for you.
It was just brutal getting home.
These are really good. So I think, didn't I make salt and pepper wings once, babe?
I think so.
These are fried. That was one of the things I saw on Reddit a lot, is people raving about their wings. The other wing that they raved about is their, it's called like the dry spice wings, and those are a 4. These are 1. To me, they're like a 0. I don't mean that, I mean, because you taste the pepper in it, but there's really no spice. It's just that you do taste the pepper, black pepper, or maybe it's white pepper, I don't know. But I would have loved to have had these fresh, because I can tell it is such a proper fried chicken wing, if that makes sense. Just a light batter, not batter, like a light breading batter or whatever. So good, so perfectly seasoned. And then it has on here like all these different, there's lettuce, and I'm not sure what everything else is on top. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let me check that out first. But very good. I would totally get their wings again. As you all know, I love me some wings. Let's see what this all is.
Have you eaten everything yet?
Not yet. Ooh, so on top of them is very well peppered, seasoned, like I think fried onions, and I feel like maybe it's, tomato, like very tiny diced tomato. There's lettuce underneath. Really, really nice. You ready to come over?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So let me just finish this wing, but boy, that's good.
What's the name of this place? Kids can't talk? Can't get your tongue?
South Sichuan, and they can't hear you because you don't have your thing on yet. These are good.
Where's the thing?
Over here. These are really good. They're not, because it's farther away from where we are, the texture isn't what it could be, but that's not their fault. They have it in one of these containers, so some steam can still come out, so that was a good plan. It's a beautiful presentation. The flavor is phenomenal. They're not too spicy, they're not spicy at all. So don't, I know it says a 1, don't let that scare you, just means that you're gonna taste pepper, but it is not spicy pepper. So unless you just don't like pepper, you know, you should get these. These are fabulous. And again, they're dry spice ones are supposed to be out of this world too, but those are a 4. So do not get those if you are at all spice challenged. So now I think I'm gonna try one of the dumplings in the chili oil. And not dumplings, you can get dumplings. This is a wonton. So actually you can get pork dumplings, you can get chicken pot stickers. And maybe there was one more thing in this chili oil. I picked the pork wontons because everyone raved about them more. I know I kind of am redundant having some wontons in the soup and now in this, but anyway, that's why I picked them. It's spicy. I'm trying to think, try to give you a rating for it. First of all, it's delicious. What I like is that, I'm gonna take another bite of this while I'm having it. Okay, the heat's starting to come a little back. So, wow, that's so interesting. This is a fun spice. So, what I like about this is it comes on, there you go.
It's like $1 million.
You do. Archie was wondering what shirt you're going to wear today. We have a lot of friends on the stream. We have DS, Archie, Barb, Pat, and Matthew Whittington said hello. And then we had a new friend. I don't know if he's still on. Let me find his name or her name. It was up here. KJ.
Yeah, cool.
So from the West Oak Lane section.
Oh, cool.
So KJ, if you're still on, hello, hello. So yeah, they're just, this, oh my gosh. So Archie was saying, well, Pat's first off saying, looks delicious, even though I don't eat pork or beef for that matter. So yeah, the chicken wings though, Pat. And then Archie said, yeah, aren't those good?
Yeah, they're not spicy at all.
They're not spicy at all. I mean,
Very
they have pepper taste, but not like spicy pepper taste.
Very tasty.
So Archie said that their Chinese takeaway is very average, not as authentic as yours. Ours is basic and modified for the British palate, but in the big cities, it's more authentic. Yes, so in the Sichuan places in the city, it gets more authentic. When you go to just a regular Cantonese place in the city, their spice isn't going to be as aggressive. But Imei, it's very aggressive. Some of our favorite things at Imei are really aggressively spicy, and you keep going back for more. What is so interesting about this spice, and I want Hubs to actually do this first.
This?
Just do, yeah, and that you can
This?
dip in the,
Thanks. Bring it
yeah,
over.
just be careful. Those are scallion pancakes.
Okay.
So the thing with this spice in the chili oil with the
But it's
one,
really fun.
oh, no, it's not on, babe.
That would probably help, right?
You got it? And by the way, you always put it here. You know, you can put it on the side, and then it won't have the possibility of protrusion problems.
Is that a word? Protrusion?
Protrusion is a word.
Is it?
I didn't make that one up. Do I have a better vocabulary than you do?
Probably.
But in any event, back to these. The chili oil, what I love about it is it comes on first. Like you're like, oh, there's a little spice. And there's flavor, like just really good flavor. And it's not a chili crisp, which is kind of, I love chili crisp. I have it always in my fridge. I use it weekly. And what I like is that it's different. So it doesn't have the crisp, but it has a more complex flavor than mine does. But then what's interesting is just when you're like, wow, this really isn't that bad. It's maybe like moderate. All of a sudden then it's like, oh, hello. So it's not the crazy Imei spice. But it is like, it just takes a minute. I would do whichever, just that if they're slippery, and that's going to stain.
So what should I do?
Well, to bring it over,
Okay.
but I would
Doing
use your fork. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Just because
You
the
wanna feed
chili,
me?
no, but the chili oil, you know, is red, and it can definitely stain.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
And I would just eat it. I wouldn't. So now these are the Dan Dan Noodles, which are also 3. And these, I'm sure, have gotten, I'm going to take a little bite out, but these have gotten too cold because I think these were probably the things that were done first. But I'm going to take a bite, and then we can always
Let's throw a
heat
little
this
spice
up.
to it.
Yeah, but it doesn't cut you right away. It kind of waits for you to.
You kind of hit me right away.
Does that mean that I'm a little more tolerant of spice than you are?
Well, maybe you didn't get, I took a red one.
I dipped mine. I flipped it.
You're just tougher than I am.
I am tougher. We already talked about that. I am tougher. So, okay.
What should I eat next?
Why don't you try
This?
the wonton soup?
Okay.
So first try with just the noodles that I use your thing for, your sticks. Oh, Just here, hun, just put it right there. Don't put it on your plate because it'll get stuff on it.
You managing me?
Yes, and there's bok choy, but first just get some of the long noodles.
Okay.
Oh, that's good flavor. So right away, this is doing the same thing. It first goes in as just like really umami, salty, porky flavor. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's the heat. It's kind of like the, here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Kind of like that, but it's the heat instead of sun.
Well, sun's hot.
It is. Oh, so I was actually being smart in what I was saying, or singing, or not singing, or singing very poorly. These are good.
So what type of soup is this? I mean,
It's wonton, but
so-
they put
I know.
noodles in theirs.
Was there any like
Is
type
there-
of wonton or?
Woo! I got a hot part.
Dan Dan's.
Holy
Dan Dan's got some
moly!
heat. Guess
I
you're not-
just hit a chili. It's literally called their wonton soup,
Okay. I'm gonna taste the wonton now.
but theirs is a little more expensive. That I had trouble with. They kept slipping out.
Slippery little dough.
They were slippery little suckers.
There you go.
There he goes. Wow. So yeah, that all of a sudden hit me, which is why
It's good
again
wonton.
I would definitely recommend getting.
I don't know if I like the broth as much as some.
See, I liked the broth. I thought, but that's okay.
The
I thought-
wonton
I
was
thought-
really good.
See, I didn't like the wonton as much. I like the broth.
Good to know that we're on the same page.
But no, that's one of the reasons I love having you here because it shows differences, right? Because it's not all meat. So then, have you not tried this yet? Those are good. I'm going to have another wing to cool off my mouth a little bit. I'm going to try the flat.
I like those. I bet you those were, you didn't like those.
No, I liked them. I thought there's nothing wrong with the scallion pancakes. First of all, it's hard because
They're-
we loosen
Yeah.
the texture. But we had some from Dan Dan Noodles in Rittenhouse, and I thought theirs were better.
Right? I like them.
I didn't think they were bad.
We're like not the
We're
same
not matching
page
at
tonight.
all. It's okay. I make no mistake. It's not that I thought they were bad. They were maybe,
I'm just feeling overly critical tonight.
no. It's just I wasn't as ravey about them as some of the other things. These wings, though, are so good.
Yeah, it's got a little heat.
And it scares me to get the dry spice wings because I think they
You
would
got
blow
one
my.
in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna check in a second. They're gonna blow my socks off. Oh, those are so good. Okay, let's see what you're all saying. DS said Philly has many gems. They do. So a 3 makes both of us cough. It didn't do it in these yet. I'm gonna try one more. It didn't do it in these, so we'll see. But in the Dan Dan Noodles, it definitely does it. But don't. So if you are spice averse, you could ask if they could make it to a 2. Dan Dan Noodles are traditionally spicy. Like you don't get mild Dan Dan Noodles. Like that's not the point of them. But those are a 3, so maybe you could see if they could do it as a 2.
What does it go up to?
That's so good.
What's the spice level
So
go up to?
Pat asked a good question. She said, can they adjust it? And I said, I didn't know because I didn't ask.
Some places we've been to will
They
say
don't.
no.
But I'd heard and read it that they would. So what I don't know is if they'll go down in spice.
I don't think no, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So I don't know if I think they will go up in spice. I don't know if they'll go down in spice. So like this is a 3, but this is to me a 3+. Because this has latent heat, but it doesn't make me cough. This has stuff that makes you cough. So that would be my difference I'd show. So 4, I'm sure is quite.
But I don't think that's overly, I mean, it's spicy, but I don't
No,
think
but if
it's
someone doesn't
really-
like is spice sensitive, I don't think they would enjoy it. And obviously it's not doing anything wrong. Dan Dan Noodles are supposed to be spicy, but you'd have to see if you were worried about it, you could see if you could get it at like a 2. But I know, but these are really, really great flavor, and the texture of the noodle is nice. Yes, that is a huge. And Phil, tell the hubs the spiciest one's the mild one for just a laugh. I should have done that. And DS asks, what is your favorite restaurant in Philadelphia and what's your favorite spot for great cocktails? Well, you answer first.
There's so many. Like the favorite classic one is probably Park. Saloon is great. That's a classic Philly, South Philly institution. And I love Vernick Fish. Vetri is great. And Barclay Prime, that's a steak place. Those are probably my favorites.
And what about drinks?
Sassafras for me is probably. We've been gone for a bit. So.
Those are spicy. Those are definitely spicier than those, and the more in your face. So for me,
yeah. What about you?
For drinks, I agree sassafras. Although
there's some great ones. JG's is good, right?
my turn.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say JG's. JG's is if you want to get a great cocktail
Really
plus an amazing view of the city.
It's at the top of the Comcast. I'm sorry.
It's at the top of the Comcast Technology Center, and you just have this spectacular view.
So it's 50
And it's just gorgeous up there. Like, it is just stunning. The whole thing is stunning, and then my mouth is burning, so I'm actually going to have a scallion pancake because, oh, by the way, and I'll tell you about the restaurants in a second, another dish I heard about, which would be perfect right now that I would want to do next time, is they have these cold noodles that I've also heard good things about, and I would not get them with chili oil because it would give you a chance to cool down. I also heard that their lo mein is righteous.
I like lo mein.
And that you could get not spicy.
I'm going to have to go blow my nose.
And that you could get not spicy. Because truly it's about balancing, which is why I got the wonton soup, because I thought it'd be a good balance. And I will say I really do love the dipping sauce. And I mentioned that when I first tried this, of the scallion pancakes. I think it's probably the texture. I bet you if I did them in the air fryer, I probably would think differently.
Well, I'm sure if they're fresh, they would.
Well, that was my point, yeah, the texture. So back to restaurants. Okay. So for me.
By the way, Park is French.
Yeah.
I should have said what each of them was. Saloon's Italian. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay. So for me, one of my favorite places, so if you want Philly Italian, I agree with him. Just old school is the Saloon. There is nothing like it. They have fabulous food and an array of different things to order, and it's delicious. For me, if you want the best Italian pasta, it's Fiorella.
Yeah,
And we're going there this weekend. It's a Vetri. It's by Chef Vetri, and it's not a fancy place, and they just turn out great pastas. It's a more limited menu, which is kind of nice because then you're not, like Saloon's a huge menu. Fiorella is a little menu. So I love both of them for different reasons. Saloon's a little dressier, not like fancy, but it's just definitely you step it up more. Just they're totally different places. Most of Fiorella is outside. So then
it's great.
I agree. For my favorite fish place, it would be Vernick Fish, which is at the bottom of the Comcast Technology Center. That's one of my favorite places. One of my other favorite places is Scallion, which is a Thai place that is in Fishtown, and it is fantastic.
Yeah,
it is
good.
just one of my favorite places to go. Amazing food. I love it. They're amazing drinks,
And
everything.
that's one of the places they say, now you get it the way it's served.
Oh, at Scallion, you don't get to choose. But they'll let you know if things are mild all the way to spicy, but they don't change anything. The chef does what the chef does. And then, first of all, I will say, full disclosure, there's just so many, it's a city problem. There's so many places that are good. It's hard to narrow it down. Those are probably the main four, but I love, for a French in Philly, I love Park. But then there's another place I wanted to mention, which is like more of a farm to table, Tallulah's Garden, which is just fabulous, just really great food. A mixture of different, it's inventive, but absolutely delicious. And so, there's just so many. There's so many places.
Best pork chop is Olea.
Those are yeah. We could go on. Just some great options here. But yes.
We're gonna have to sign off so I can blow my nose.
Okay. Okay, so let's just see here. So Are you ready to start voting?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get you a tissue?
No, I'm not going to blow my nose on.
Oh, please. Do that.
I'm just going to sniffle.
Okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to make sure I take a really long time. And go super slow.
You always do.
Maybe I'm thinking hard. Maybe I'm taking my time.
All right, I got to blow my nose. Sorry. Apologize.
He couldn't take the heat at the table. That's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to get going so that I can beat him. So we're looking at friendliness, packaging, portion. Okay. Oh, yes. Ready to come back in?
Yep. What do we do for friendliness?
Yeah, I'm 0 because we didn't talk with them. Okay. I'm done first. I'm done first. I'm done first. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done first. All right. So.
I'm not done yet.
Ugh. That's okay. I'll just eat. So what else? What else y'all doing? So what are y'all doing for dinner tonight?
What do we do for temperature?
You have to rate it. That's what you do.
No, but it was
Silly.
not okay. It's not fair.
Okay, figure it out.
Okay, done.
All right. So what was the first one? Whoop.
Packaging, I did a 4 because I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I did a 4 for packaging. It would have gotten so I really feel like they did what they could. I liked their thought behind everything. This affected the presentation of the scallion things, but it was smart. I didn't love the bag it was in, but c'est la vie. But I gave it a 4. That's a strong score.
Yeah.
How about portion?
It was big. There's a lot of food. I give it a 4 or 5.
I did a 4 or 5 too. Look at us agreeing. Presentation.
I thought it was, well, I didn't know about this whole thing, so
Yeah.
I said 4 or 5. I didn't know.
4 or 5, yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I need something to chill out my mouth a little bit. So I said 4. And just because it would have gotten higher, I think if, again, it just was, and there's nothing they can do. So I feel bad because I feel like there's, they're in an impossible situation. But, we got to rate something.
That was pretty. That was pretty.
Yeah, it was just a 4. 4's not bad, babe. Not
Okay.
like giving them a 3 or a 2
All
or
right.
anything.
What's next?
You tell me. Your favorite.
Aroma.
I'm not doing aroma.
Why not?
I don't want to do aroma.
Oh, jeez. That's right.
You got to do aroma. Now, you missed me opening all the lids. So let me get what your aroma
I said
is.
4 because it smelled good just being here, but
Mm-hmm.
I figured it probably smelled better when.
I got a 5.
Oh, really?
When
Wow.
I was lifting off these lids.
Wow.
And of course, not the wonton soup, because wonton soup only smells like broth, and it's not the same. When I was lifting off this and this
I don't
and
think
these,
you've ever given a 5.
it was just like, oh my gosh! It's just like, and especially the chili oil one, it just was like everywhere.
Huh.
I gave it a 5.
All right.
How about temperature?
A 4.
I did a 4 because I think it was far from where we are. All things being equal, these were the coldest, but I wonder if that was done soon. Like, they kind of were packaging it up. And this, we could always heat up again. And then how about texture?
4?
I did 4. I love the different textures. I like, again, part of it was changed because of it being a little further away, but,
Where was it anyway?
I could, Point Breeze. Kind of, you know what, Point Breeze my prediction is becoming like this new mecca for these places. South Sichuan Takeout at El Mictlin, which is a great
Yeah.
coastal Mexican place, BYO, and then Stina, which is a great
forgot about that.
Greek, Turkish, BYO also. Those are all like around the Point Breeze area. Anyway, I digress. I thought the texture was great. It just, some of it changed because of transit. But what I love is that you can have like the bouncy noodles, you can have the crispy wings, just all different kinds of different textures. And I like how even in the wings they put some of the fried onions, the tomatoes. I think I see little peppers here on the lettuce here. There was the texture of the minced pork. Here they had these fried onions. So even here there are some little crispy things in sesame seeds. So it's intentional. You can tell they're going next level. And last was the taste.
I did 4 or 5 on taste.
I did a 5.
I mean, the only thing, really?
I did.
So I thought everything was great. I wasn't like a huge fan of the broth of the soup, which I know you were,
I like
but
the broth, yeah.
well, you have no taste. So, but go ahead.
And I picked you, so you walked
Proving-
right into that.
Proving that you have
You
no
walked
taste.
right into that. All right, I gave it a 5, and I rarely give 5s. I
Wow.
think, this doesn't have as much taste because it is a 0. It's like wonton soups tend to be mild and that sort of thing.
But the wontons were really good.
I agree, but in
So.
general, I thought the taste, all of it was just very
Excellent.
intentional. Even though the texture wasn't great, it's not that the taste. That was my instant thought. Oh, wait, we can't do that yet. No, I gotta hold it. I gotta tell about that. I already told them that. I gotta tell you about it. We gotta do this. Thank you. We didn't do this. And what did you give overall?
I give 4. But I wasn't here, so I kind of missed
No,
some of
as
the-
soon as you lose. So this is
cookie.
dessert, and they do it with the Philadelphia
But
Cookie
shouldn't
Company.
we eat everything before? Oh, we got to do
Well,
that.
no, we got to taste it for them. This isn't. I'm not going to tell you what this is. Arch, what do you think about that? I'm not going to tell them.
Is it 4th Street
I'm just.
cookies?
No,
or
it's Philadelphia Cookie Company.
Oh.
So this is a cookie that they collab with there. So just taste it. I'm not telling you anything else. They all know. Y'all know. Oh. Wow, is that good?
That was very good. I have no idea what it is. What is it?
So it's an orange Szechuan cookie. The orange comes off straight away.
Yeah, but
It's
not
moist, buttery,
That's really good.
really good. So, true disclosure, nope, we'll do that later. We'll have that after we finish eating for dinner. So true disclosure, I don't know, $4. $4 is a little steep. I think $3 would be a better price. I'm just telling you what I think. I can get $3 cookies around town that are bigger. So I feel like it should be $3, but that's just me. It's delicious.
is
I
good.
would get 1 when we order just because it'd be special. I wouldn't get 2. If it was $3, I might get 2, but I won't because $4, getting $8 so that's like how my brain thinks. I would have loved to have seen some of the earlier iterations because this is the 9th version they've made. They've been doing it since they opened in February. And the first version, I think, blew people's socks off and people weren't ready for as aggressive the Szechuan it was. So I think
Oh,
they
really?
keep lessening it and
Yeah,
tweaking it.
It's very
but
good.
but to me, I didn't taste any spice in it. I know there's Szechuan in it, Szechuan pepper, but I didn't. Did you taste
No,
any?
that's
So
good.
don't worry about the cookie being spicy. I was actually hoping it'd be a little spicy. I'm a little disappointed, but I get it that not everyone wants that in a cookie. So yes. So South Sichuan, wow,
Very good.
amazing. And I'm going to be definitely spreading the word because our oldest son and wife live further south. They live in a portion of South Philly, not that part. But can I just watch him?
Sorry. Go ahead. Ah!
You're so fun. But so I'm excited to let them know, and they can check it out. But you in that Point Breeze area neighborhood, lucky ducks, because this stuff is fabulous. Highly recommend. Check it out. I'll make sure and create a post about this live stream. And thank you, South Sichuan. You rock. Very, very much loving what you're doing. So, and then rest of you, let me see here. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So I feel like I missed a bunch of your conversation. So like when I would turn down, I didn't see all this. So now I totally missed out on a bunch of it. He kept looking there. I'm like, it's not moving because I didn't see the thing moving and I missed a bunch. So I'm so sorry, friends, that I missed a bunch of your wonderful conversation. Pat, Archie, and DS, and Matthew, and Barb. And then if the case, I can't remember the name of the first one. Thank you so much for popping in, and any of you that are watching from afar, and just I see you also. Thank you. Be sure you like and subscribe and share this. Yeah, because
Who's it from West Oak Lane?
That was called
Cool.
KJ.
Cool.
Yes, so KJ. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
And I'm sorry, friends, I didn't realize you all were still chit-chatting because when I would look, so you can't see what my screen shows, but I would go down and it seemed like there wasn't any more. So I'm going to check out your chat afterwards. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Next on the docket, by the way, is back to cooking, back in the kitchen. And I just got to look at it because I forget what I'm doing. It's next week on Thursday, I believe. So let me go to it. And on Thursday, on the it's Wednesday. Scratch that. Next Wednesday, the 17th, I'm making, speaking of Asian cuisine, not Sichuan, but Korean chicken barbecue burger.
I don't think I'm home.
For myself. So yeah, maybe I'll see if Matt wants to come over.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if he'll be able to, but a Korean chicken barbecue burger. So that is next week. So friends, have a great rest of your week. Go Phils on Sunday. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
And until we eat again. Bye, friends. Have a great week. Happy eating.